Welcome back, everybody. Well, you want to know something? Of Look Media, we're the parent, we have a favorite child. The favorite child is Cheryl Hage-Perez, who's the executive director of RPC, but to me, the executive director and the person so responsible for all of the things that Vet Help does in our region. So welcome back.
Thank you, as usual. It's wonderful to be here.
It's always great to have you here.
It's always great to come here.
Now look, you're here because each one of us here at Look Media decided that we needed to pick an organization during the 12 days of giving and during the holiday season to just kind of remind you and highlight some of the things that they do. And you were my choice. So I've interviewed everybody here, asking them why. So I can't interview myself, so you're going to have to ask me a question.
I would love to.
You do? Okay.
Jesse, tell me why you picked Vet Help for your Charity of the Year.
That's the best you can do? That's it?
Oh, I got
obvious
more.
Question
I
like
got
that?
more.
Well, you want to know something? I'm glad you asked me that question. Ever since Vietnam, I have just always had my eye on veterans' issues. And over the years, probably because of age or whatever you might experience in media, it could be a number of different things, I have just always had my eye on the fact that the veterans give first, maybe ask later, but in a lot of times don't know how to ask later for the sacrifice they make, men and women, to help our country maintain our status and position in the world. So that would be my answer to that.
That's a very good question, and I think through our many interviews and your questions about Vet Help, you know that's exactly what we do.
I do.
And from my point of view, to be here today as part of the 12 Days of Giving is an honor, and I thank you for choosing us. But I'd also like to thank you for the ongoing support that Look TV has given our veterans and Vet Help. I think it's made a very big difference in the community support, and we have so many groups, agencies, and civic groups, and businesses, and individuals to be thankful and grateful to. I wish I could name them all. Look TV is among the top. I'd also like to mention the Malta Business Association through their Malta 5K, Paul Lewis,
That's right,
Loomis's.
Sure, of course.
And they have been a strong supporter of Vet Help for the years. The Ballston Spa United Methodist Church through their Falling Leaves 5K. The Saratoga Deputies PBA held a golf tournament for us this year. The Knights of Columbus, every week, to the men's house and the ladies' house, a hot home-cooked meal. Plus recognition at Christmas with gift cards. The Elks, the Eagles, the City of Saratoga. There's just so many people, the sponsors of our ball. It just is so validating to our veterans for how this community responds.
You know, I know. I want to, just in case you don't know, we're so accustomed to talking about Vet Help, but the organization helps homeless vets and their families in a number of areas, primarily housing, I would say, right? But also all kinds of other services that they might need. Those could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual, you know?
Absolutely.
And Vet Help is always there. 2016 did have a highlight, and I know because we talked a lot about it, you were nervous about it.
I was very nervous
but
about it.
But we did the first Vet Ball. It had a different name, but I forget.
No, the first annual Veterans Ball.
Which was held here in Saratoga at the Military Museum, and it was a huge success.
Beyond my wildest dreams, the community's response, the businesses, the restaurants, the City of Saratoga, the media, I still can't believe how people accepted it and reached out to help, and the success was beyond our dreams, and I thank everybody for helping us help our veterans.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I know you so well. When she gets caught in the middle of a sentence, that's heartfelt, right?
It is. I don't want to ruin my makeup on TV.
Hey, we're moving into 2017. A lot of changes. I've heard things with concerning Veterans Affairs, the national organization that you have to interface a lot with, that there are some changes going down there that may affect your organization, right? What's going on with that?
Well, the Department of Veterans Affairs, which is a federal agency that handles all of the VAs and all of the housing programs for veterans, decided to, what they're calling a reboot of these supportive housing programs for veterans across the country. So while VetHelp has been helping veterans in our region for almost 30 years, we're going to have to reapply, and it's going to be under a different service model. One of 5 service models that the Veterans Affairs is coming up with. They haven't been very clear about what that's going to entail. We do know that they plan on cutting some programs, and everyone has to apply in a national competition.
Wow, that's you know, again, without knowing what's behind that or whatever, but you know, in my own category, I deal with a big federal agency. It's always very difficult to just cut through. And here you're talking about something where if they might be cutting services. We're out of time. I want to remind you that last year they helped over 200 veterans. Do you realize that in our own region, 200 veterans? As veterans come back, they need help. They need housing, they need services and whatever. I've never met anybody more dedicated than you. You're really, it's a pleasure to know you, Cheryl. So honor. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
Happy
Christmas,
holidays.
Happy holidays, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. And this is a time of giving. Please look VetHelp up, or the RPC. What's that stand for?
Saratoga County Rural Preservation Company.
I'm glad you can say that. So if you got that, well, go to our website and you'll find it again. But please find out who they are and how you can help. Great to see you.
You too.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.